Where am I?
Beats me. You tell me.
Beat you?
Oh,
so you
now I really don't know where you are. Okay.
Hi.
Hello and welcome to this episode of
now I'm going to rat you out and tell the people in the cameras that this is the third time we're doing this intro because I fucked up once and now you fucked up again. This is the Carmudgeon Show. Now we're getting ratted out by our studio audience. Okay, so the Carmudgeon Show is driven by Haggerty, and we are not in our regular Haggerty studio, as you might
have noticed. We have greenery instead of a car.
And there are people there who are going to throw tomatoes at us.
Live studio audience.
Yes, this episode of the Carmudgeon Show is live recorded in front of a studio. What's that? Recorded live in front of a studio audience. And we're going to torment everyone here. We were thinking about topics for this episode, and we thought, what better to do than to come into a private motoring club where people pay good money, and they were nice enough to invite us here to record the podcast live, than to absolutely defecate on everyone's choices of cars.
Yeah. So it's a roasting episode. We get to go through the audience's cars and roast on.
Think of it as a slightly alternative twist on the random number generator car reviews. So we just have random number of people here who are going to tell us that they love their cars because of sentimental reasons, and we'll just tell them why they're idiots.
So
there's one winner, but there is a winner here.
Yeah,
there has to
maybe
be
1.5.
Yeah, could be.
All right, we'll stick around after the jingle.
Now, wait. You guys are going to actually hear how. So if you've watched the podcast, and I hope you do, you know that I'm always making fun of Derek for being the world's shittiest clapper. And so now the studio audience, I want you guys to applaud and cheer based on Derek's actual clap performance. So no clap anxiety here, but if you do a shitty clap, just boo him. And if he does a moderate one, just kind of like make sure he knows, real-time feedback loop, how good his clap was.
Okay.
For the record, graded on the Derek curve, that was a solid A. Normally it's like, can you do another one?
Nope.
Okay. And normally it's like he misses. I mean, it's really bad. Okay, we'll play the jingle and we'll come back and
get on with the episode.
Yes.
Is this? That's not a fern.
It's not?
No.
What is it?
I don't know. I know a lot about cars, but I know nothing about plants other than how to kill them. Very good at that.
Okay.
So we're not between two ferns.
We're between a Rolls Royce and a Fiat.
That's an Abarth.
I mean, it says Fiat on it. Is it not count? Okay, so we are obviously not in our studio, as we mentioned in the intro, which we've definitely recorded already. Can I get a round of applause for the intro we recorded? Yes, thank you. See, they fall for our bullshit here. We are at the Motoring Club in San Francisco, which is a club for motorings.
Whatever a motoring is.
Well, motoring is what you do when you're in a car, and you know why you get to do that? Because you've left your car on a battery tender battery maintainer.
Oh, wow, that was extremely smooth. Wow, just so impressed.
Barely noticed that the ad slipped in there.
So everybody knows that battery tender makes battery tenders?
No, they are battery maintainers.
Yes.
And they are of the brand battery tenders. And you know what they do?
Maintain the battery?
Yeah.
But also charge,
and
start,
also
jump
start. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Battery tenders, I believe, the only company that makes a battery tender that also doubles as a jump starter. And of course, they work on all of your motorized devices.
Such as boats.
I was thinking of toothbrushes, but
motorcycles doesn't work on your toothbrush.
They have a USB-C out, and my little Philips. We are not sponsored by Philips. You could probably charge and maintain the battery on your
anything 12
toothbrush.
volts.
Yeah,
if it were
USB-C is 5, I think. Whatever it is. Anyway.
Right. Okay. And you can get 20% off by using the code Haggerty20 on batterytender.com.
That is true.
That's the punchline, I think. That's the meat of it. Okay.
Punchline. Can we have a laugh? Faye, see? Do we have a built-in laugh track now?
This is going to take some getting used to.
So yeah, Derek loves having a live studio audience. See, that is the look of true, authentic
pleasure
happiness.
Pleasure and joy.
And you guys are going to love being here because we have a special topic for you, which is that. You want to tell them?
No, I think you originated this.
Okay, so we're going to roast the shit out of all of your cars. And so what I mean by that is we were thinking we could do one of the sort of random number generator car reviews where we go back through our archives and look at cars that we reviewed and be honest about it. And I thought, why do that when we have a sea of people who we can humiliate publicly? The good thing is there's no cameras on you guys, so you can claim anonymity when we say terrible things, or you can just ask us to be nice, which will make me way worse. Or skip you guys. So we thought that would be a fun way to break the ice, and then we can also do some sort of ask me anything or ask us anything. If you guys have any questions about the podcast, about our career, both of us reserve the right to just say, shut the fuck up, if you ask a question that we don't think will be interesting to the audience at large. Or, in case of Derek, has to do with his other career, which you guys all know about.
I don't think I know about it. Do tell.
I was told
Don't Google
you
it?
told me not to tell them
okay.
about your OnlyFans.
My what?
Your OnlyFan.
I don't know about it yet.
Your mom, she subscribes to it. She pays you.
Okay. Well done, Jason.
I'm
that
trying
worked really
here.
well.
Did it?
No.
No. Okay.
How are we going to do this?
So
Does anyone want to volunteer?
no, they don't have
No?
a choice. We're going. You guys are members of this club, and so what we understand about this club, we are not members. We would not be accepted.
We would not be accepted.
We would not be allowed. But our esteemed producer Mike over there is a member. Also, he's looking very. He works here, partial owner, founder, whatever. But he does something.
Runs?
I don't know. Runs.
Operates.
Is sitting in the corner of the motoring club.
That much we know for sure.
And so there are 2 locations for this. You can find them at themotoringclub.com. There's a San Francisco location and an LA location. And they do events here, like in the Space. That is a coffee shop, which is not
Motoring
why
coffee.
why I'm wired right now. But I did have too much coffee. And back here is a stretched Rolls Royce looking thing. So
That's
you can
the
have coffee.
phone booth in the club,
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. If you need to take a call in private, you can do that. Okay. Are we just going in order? Are we doing this?
Sure.
So you can tell us your daily driver. What we want to know is, again, ask if you want us to be nice or you just don't want us to pass it. Tell us a car, and we'll give you our honest opinion of it, and possibly make it sound a lot worse than it is. So you're smiling. You're fucked now. You have 2 cars.
Do we do both or choose one?
No, we can give both. We got it. It's multiple points of entry, right? So he's got 2 cars, a daily and a special car. So I'm going to repeat everything you guys say just because we don't have a mic on you, so you don't sue us. So if no one knows who you are, you can't sue us for slander or defamation. See how this works? Law degree.
Daily is an M52 slot 318 Ti.
Okay, wait. We're fucked. Right, so your daily is an M52 swapped 318 Ti. 318 Ti.
So that's an
with
E36
M52, right,
compact.
with a 3.2 in it?
With a 2.8.
With a 2.8 in it. Okay.
And a 444 rear end.
And a very 444 rear end, so it's screaming at 9,200 RPM at 41 miles an hour. Okay.
How are the bearings? How's the bottom end?
It's fine. It's an M.
It's not an S.
It's 250,000 miles on. It's an M engine, not an S engine. So BMW term that means it's not an actual
Yes,
M.
M stands for not motorsport.
Yeah, not M. Yeah,
Yes.
M stands for not M. So if the motor says M on it, the car doesn't. But that's a.
They used up all the M on the engine. None left for the car.
They should totally use that as their ad campaign. There's no M left for the engine. Okay, so your daily is that.
And then other cars are
987
987 Spyder.
Spyder. Okay. So this presents a bit of a problem.
Because you like them both?
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of hard to fault. We're going to, but we're kind of hard to fault. So the thing about the 318 Ti's, which was the E36/8 or something?
No, 8 is clown
8 is the
shoe.
clown shoe.
It's
E30, Z3
Right.
rear architecture.
Exactly. So the thing about that car is it's an E36 up front and an E30 in the back. And the E30 had that
like all
semi-trailing
of
arm.
the short wheelbase E36s. So that's the Z3, both open and closed, and the compact.
Right. Which means that it can't put its power down and snap oversteers when you try to get off of the power. Both of which are really fun things, especially when you have a lot of power, which you now
And
have.
structural rigidity, which you don't
Don't
get
have
in
it
the
in.
Z3
Right.
open version.
So it's kind of hard to fault. That's honestly a very cool car for a city. You're laughing like you're expecting me. I'm going to say something really terrible, and I'm trying to. Yeah, you should be proud of that. That's a really cool two-car solution,
Yeah,
especially for a
I
city.
agree.
Do you live in the city of San Francisco? Or yeah, so he lives in the
I think
city.
that the Porsche is shit for the city, personally. Yeah. I mean, no axle lift, so you can't go anywhere except for leave the city.
Except the good thing about Porsche is that they always have those sacrificial little spoilers up, like on the front. So at least you're not scraping off all of the paint. And
I had the
front
displeasure of learning that on an i97 GTS, that part is $1,500, but on like a GT3, it's like $200.
Yeah, and regular cars are like 13.
Yeah.
They're very, very cheap.
But anyway, it's
Okay,
on
so
the GT
you're an idiot for having bought a Spyder and not just, just a regular old Boxster, is what Derek's saying.
Oh, I don't think that's what I was saying.
That's exactly what Derek was saying. We're trying here. Come on. This is the problem. You have cool cars. And I guess this may be a flaw in my judgment of we're going to roast the shit out of these people and they're all car people. So we might, you might get away with us not doing so. But no, honestly, Boxster Spyder is amazing. That's a very, one of the high points of the last 20 years has been, the high point of the last 20 years has been basically everything that Porsche has made sports car wise. They're incomparable at this point.
Not everything they've done sports car wise. Does anybody here have a Porsche Turbo?
You jumped a couple places ahead. Why?
Oh,
He wanted a 997.2, and so he chose a turbo. Okay. Do you have anything to say?
no.
Are we just going to ask him to leave? Sorry, you've been removed from the club. I mean, he didn't have to admit that. There must be some, some dysfunction.
I don't
here.
feel like we can add anything we haven't already said.
It has a Metzger engine in it.
Okay.
No? Oh, it doesn't have a go. You're digging your hole a little bit deeper.
Is it a convertible automatic as well?
It's an automatic. It's PDK. Yeah. We have nothing to say to you. Okay. You in the back who's smiling at this, you're next. Make it sing.
I've got a 1987 325.
1987 325, period.
The most base model you could get.
325
Is it
I or
E?
E, okay.
It's a Frankenstein. It's a full M-Tech 1 conversion.
So it's a Frankenstein full M-Tech 1 conversion.
What's the red line?
5.5.
5, yeah.
Ooh,
So it's an ETA, so it's a
lofty.
2.7. Manual? Okay. Coupe?
Yep.
I mean, how do you fault an E30?
By having a 5,500 RPM red line?
Okay. I mean, I'm trying to now think, what is the red line on your Jaguar? So I'm going to roast him
It's
too.
from 1957. The engine's from 1948. It self-motivates. It drives by itself. It's a car. That was a big deal.
You didn't answer my question.
I don't know.
It's not. Is it like
It's
$5,000 or something?
5,500.
Yeah. Okay. So Derek doesn't like your car because it has the same red line as his Jaguar does. I don't even think they were that high though. I feel like they were like, it's chipped. Okay. Yeah. Because originally wasn't it like a 4,500 RPM red line? That you could make fun of, but a 5,500 RPM, come on, but you can't fault an E30. And that's it. You have one car.
The one I was bidding on this weekend was a 1992 Ford Bronco.
He was bidding on a 92 Ford Bronco. Is that the OJ? I can't remember that. That's OJ spec. Was it like white with? Okay, Eddie Bauer green on
Oh,
tan.
with the wood tone, I believe, is the term that was used to indicate fake wood in period.
They should have just called it trashy fake wood. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to die in a rollover, I mean, man, perfect car to do that in.
Yeah.
Make sure it's got Firestone so it does the Firestone flip.
Yes.
Okay. But that's it. Just one car. Well, we should just roast that. That's fucking stupid. You need 10 more. Next. You look very serious and scared. Okay. 01 SL 500. The Mercedes SL convertible fan?
Didn't you just do an episode about the R129?
I did.
And didn't you just fillet it without fail and stop for the entire duration of the episode?
Fillet is a strong word.
Which is also
Which is
an
totally
accurate word.
one, yeah. 129, there's nothing. Yeah. Oh, how many of your hydraulic roof cylinders have failed this week?
I've had it 4 years. It always works.
4 years they've always worked in that they've always leaked hydraulic fluid onto the ground. So funny story, we did that Revelations episode, and we had 3 in the studio. So one of them was at 3, for anyone who hasn't seen it, 300, a 500, and a 600, all of which belonged to friends of ours. Well, one of them was yours. Go figure, we surround ourselves with Sacco era Mercedes people. 2 of the 3 cars in the studio leaked hydraulic fluid unexpectedly. Yours is the only one that didn't. And you know why it didn't?
Because the reservoir is empty?
Well, it could be, because you just spent as much as a small house replacing that roof. And that's, I'm sure.
I didn't do the hydraulics, actually, when I did the roof, no.
That was stupid. I mean, why did you make that decision?
Because it's still working.
Okay. Are they original?
Of the 12 cylinders, hydraulic cylinders in the car, 10 are original.
Wow. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, that's honestly, I mean, when you talk about 129s, in all seriousness, I didn't say it in the video, but the one weakness is those hydraulic things, but they're maintenance items. They're not that expensive to fix. You had a hell of a time in one of your cars replacing
I did do
one.
them all. I think I did 8 of them.
How many? Do you know like how many hours that books for at a dealership? Like how many labor hours, or what it would cost to drop one off at a shop? I get that question all the time, and I don't know.
It's more than $5,000.
Okay.
And the cars are like
$5,000.
if it's a good one. No, that's not true. They can be quite expensive. The only roast I have to offer is that you have the wrong engine and year.
Yeah, so that's the M113. That's the single cam per bank
without
3
variable valve timing.
Yeah,
and the wrong seats and the wrong wheels,
steering wheel,
and the wrong steering wheel, wrong door panels.
Oh, does he have those stupid ugly chrome rings on the gauges too?
Do you? Yes. Yeah, they were on the wrong gauges and the wrong body kit.
Oh, the fucking taillights.
The wrong taillights.
Oh, and the
wrong headlights.
The 3 holes instead of 2 on the
yeah,
side.
The wrong side. The wrong Sacco boards.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank God. See, now we're getting there. Okay. Finally.
But it's the right car.
It's, like Derek is like a slow crank on an old carbureted shitbox. Eventually you rile him up and he's bitter and nasty.
Well, it's a subject that's near and dear to my heart.
Fantastic car. I mean, you cannot beat a 129, annoyingly. And I would love to have another one. So one day. That's it?
That's my one car.
Oh, that's your one car. And so what do you do when you don't have friends? For the back seat? For the
rear shelf?
What? Right. Well, exactly. That's my point. You don't have a back seat. So you can't have friends or children or you need a friend to move the hardtop. So the hardtop is on your car because you don't have friends, right? Okay, perfect. Yeah. as long as we're clear, you are a Mercedes dickbag with no friends and the wrong SL, like the right SL but the wrong year, and you fucked everything up. That's fine. Great.
Okay.
What color is it? Black over tan. God, I can't even bitch about that. All right. And it's an AMG
SL1.
Sport. Okay. Hot car. Okay. In the back, quietly, lurking.
I have a 991 911S and just got a Ioniq 5N.
Okay, 991 911S and an Ioniq 5N. Which one makes better noises?
Is it a 991.1 or 0.2?
0.1. Which one has better steering?
Yeah, I was going to say something about hydraulic steering.
A new car is nice, he says. What I think you just said was that your Hyundai has better steering than your Porsche does. Yeah. So is the Hyundai.
The whole car is electric.
In fact, the entire except that it makes gas-powered noises. So
electrically, it makes those noises.
Yeah. Do you ever drive it in the like fake gear shift mode?
I do.
He does.
It's 4-cylinder. Yeah. It sounds. It's fun.
Wait, they had the choice of emulating any noise, and they chose.
Yeah. Oh, they could have done anything. Yeah. So you have a choice of a 4-cylinder Hyundai engine, which is their first fuck up, turbo. That sounds like, well, every modern BMW, with all the shit coming from the speakers. It's the same wave file that everyone uses. And you can also make it sound like a spaceship,
open
like a
source.
jet.
The third one's a spaceship. The second one's like straight cut gears.
That's right. The second one's straight cut gears, like a big one. It's actually a great car. It's an amazing handling car, and it looks like, well, it's a total Temu like rip off Giugiaro design. Like it's great looking. But yeah, I think the biggest problem that I have with that Ioniq 5N is that they could have made it sound like anything. And if you guys have nothing to do tonight and you really want to fall asleep in boredom, watch this week's Revelations video where I did an Alpine A110. And so at 1972 and then at 2021. And that 1972 is what a four-cylinder should sound like. The driving sequence, we have a really hard time capturing. It's always difficult to capture the sound of an engine and have it reproduced faithfully on video, because it's just, you either have a microphone at an exhaust pipe and all you hear is the right coming out. The cars sound more realistic when you're 20 feet away, and they sound better, 20, 50, 100 feet away, and in the car. And then in the car, you have the passenger screaming, first of all, and then you have all the creaks and rattles. It's very difficult. No such problems in that car. It's one of the most talkative, vocal, best-sounding four-cylinders I've ever heard in my life. That's what that Ioniq 5 N should sound like. It should basically cause trickles of blood to come down your ears. The 991 you should hit with the Ioniq N. Total, and while I don't want to justify insurance fraud, so you're going to have to claim that you did it on purpose and get dropped and go to jail. It would be worth it to get rid of that and go buy a real Porsche. How about was that rude enough? Okay, he's laughing. He's also got a knife.
Yeah, I can't think of circumstances under which I would buy a 991 that wasn't a GT3.
Look at. I think they're beautiful.
Too big.
You bought a 991.
I did. Yeah.
I just want to point this out.
Did you have a point?
Yeah, you're a fucking hypocrite.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Great. So am I.
Moving on.
I'm also wrong about half of this. It's totally fine. But that's it. Just another two-car solution. Is there something wrong with them, or is there something wrong with us that we were just like, well, 10, 11 cars is
I'm
fine?
tracking that maybe the average price of the cars is higher here than ours. We have a lot of shit boxes. I think we have a shit box habit.
Speak for yourself. Yeah, we do.
I'm speaking for both of us.
I just spent a lot of money on a Mark III Volkswagen Cabrio.
Yes,
$3,000 something dollars.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Compared to my $1,300 salvage title Mercedes, you spent the big bucks.
Yeah, I did.
Anyway, I think we're learning that in an urban environment, people buy fewer, more expensive cars.
They pay a lot of money to be part of a club.
I understand it's actually
They're
the least
rich.
Expensive car club.
They also live in San Francisco. This fucking place is like outrageously expensive.
I have noticed that.
Yeah. How'd you? Why do you have shit boxes then? Because you're paying to live here. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Because we're poor and worthless to society. Therefore, we'd make no money. Okay, you, the one with the very guilty smile on the face in the back. No, him. Sorry. The button down. Or hold on. Do you want to guess? Should we guess?
That's all you.
He's got like a watch that looks. I know nothing about watches. Do you know watch? Do you know watches?
No.
All right. He's got a watch that looks like not a ghetto $18 watch band on an Apple Watch. It's probably a Seiko. It's probably $7. It's got to be another Porsche.
I did that. 2017 BMW M2.
2017 BMW M2. That's the
more attractive
more
one.
attractive one. Yeah.
To look at.
There's something you should know about that car.
There's something we should know about that car, says Perlman. It was the ex-rental fleet.
car.
Oh. Okay, so I'll tell you a funny story. When my dad got sick of the Mercedes 6.9 and the 107 SL that I made him buy when I was like just out of college, he needed to. Both cars kept breaking. They would talk to each other and break at exactly the same time. And so he was like, fuck this, I need a goddamn car. And so he called me one day and he was like, hey, do you have a Carfax membership? And I said, no, why? And he's like, well, I'm going to buy another car and I need to run a Carfax on it. I said, what is it? And he said, it's a Chrysler Sebring convertible, but it's the LXI with the leather. And I'm like,
Isn't that JXI?
JXI, I'm sorry. Just
allegedly, perhaps.
Would everyone like to roast Derek Tam-Scott right now? The fact that Derek Tam-Scott knows the trim levels on a
so sorry.
Chrysler Sebring convertible. It might have been no. I think his generation was the pretty one. Which was I think it might have still been an LXI. Don't quote me on this.
Was this the first generation?
It was the first generation convertible.
Would you like to bet?
No,
okay.
No, I don't. One does not bet against a DTS.
JXI.
All right. So anyway, he tells me this, and I'm like, just end it right now. Like, pull the plug, take whatever, kill yourself. And he was like, no, it's fine. I just need something to drive around in. And I said, why would you spend $35 on a Carfax when the worst thing you could ever possibly? Oh, hold on, I forgot to say, I'm at Enterprise, and I'm buying an Enterprise car rental Chrysler Sebring convertible. And I was like, Dad, $35 to learn that the worst possible thing that could have ever happened to a car ever is guaranteed.
Has happened.
Save yourself the $35 and put it towards buying a fucking Clue and getting a real car. So I say the same question to you. Why the fuck, respectfully, would you buy an ex-rental car when you know that that asshole probably drove it and did burnouts in it?
It's a track car.
It's a track car. Okay, so it's already been pre-dumped down a flight of stairs, therefore it doesn't matter. Okay, smart man. You don't have a daily. What is it? What does that mean? I don't. Do you like? Do you have a car, or a helicopter? Like, do you take
Teleport.
public transportation? Public transportation.
yachts.
Okay, public yachts. Okay, smart man. You probably got it at a discount because he drove it down a flight of stairs, and that's a hell of a fun track car. Do you have? Huh? You will drive it down a flight of stairs? Will you do that on video for us for the ratings and for the views? Okay.
I'm interested.
Do you have any time with that car?
No.
2017, that was just base and
That's before the comp.
Right. Yeah, that was the one that I would have. Whatever it is that 034 Motorsport did to theirs, if you haven't done that to yours, the shifter, they did something to the shifter. It was totally fixed what was one of the big irritations with that car. You've not spent time with it?
Mm-mm.
I did. It was one of the last videos I did at Motor Trend was that car. And I kind of went into it bitching about the seating position's crooked, the wheels slightly offset. And so they turned the seat back. They canted the seat back to try to fool you to not realize that you're
point
sitting.
you at
so
the pedals.
Yeah, you're inboard so that the wheel's out. And so I went in, I was like, rah, fucking rah. And then 10 minutes later, I'm drifting the thing around everything going, okay, I'll shut up now. The only problem with that car, though, was that you can't turn off the auto blip unless you turn off stability control, right? Is yours a manual? Okay, because I was just about to throw this water bottle at you if you said it wasn't. Yeah, did you fix that? Did you program that up? You're still on? Yeah, that was one of the things is it's got an auto downshift blip, and the only way to turn it off is to disable stability control. And that was done for the right reason. The engineers were like, we want to control the car. But to me, that was a double whammy for someone who's not an experienced driver.
Yes.
Because now all of a sudden, if you do a sort of high rev downshift without blipping throttle, you're dragging the rears is effectively the same thing as pulling the e-brake. And now you don't have stability control to save you from that cliff. Yeah, stupid decision on BMW's turn, but great car.
Yeah, it must be a pretty decent car if Jason's looking to such small details to find fault.
That's a pretty big detail. I genuinely, and no offense to all of you guys, we're all having fun here. I hope everyone I've beat up so far is smiling, so I'm good. You guys are fucked. Because it's just going to get worse, because Derek's going to get worse. But I genuinely would not buy that car unless I could do a software fix on it, because I won't drive with auto blipping on. It's like having simulated eating.
Eating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I need to maintain my weight somehow.
By simulating eating.
No, by actually stuffing my face.
Okay.
Okay.
What's next?
Oh, he's got an accent too, right? So
a lot of cars.
It's got a lot of cars. Between the UK and here, it's got a lot of cars. All right. So this may get you like a get out of jail free card because you freaks buy some weird stuff that we just don't understand, and there's a few in there that are going to fix us. Okay. A BMW 2002. It's a 73. Mark 1 Fiat Panda 4x4.
No notes.
Sisley edition?
Yeah, that was the limited edition that came in burgundy and dark green and dark blue. Yes. Okay. With the teal accents inside. Yes.
And canoes on the seats.
Canoe
So this is why I didn't argue with him about the JXI versus LXI thing, because if he knows this shit, then obviously he knows what a Chrysler Sebring convertible trim level is. I would like to point out, thank you, you're pathetic. Okay, that's Mark 1 Renault Espace Quadra. So that four-wheel
this
drive?
must be what it sounds like when we talk about cars to people who don't know anything about cars. It's just a collection of words. Or sounds that aren't words.
Beep, boop, bop, boop, 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 boop. It has a carbon fiber
from the
prop shaft
factory
going which direction?
To the front wheels?
To the rear.
It's a rear-wheel drive?
It's
four-wheel drive.
That's the Quadra.
Quadra. Oh, for four.
So it's a Visco coupling four-wheel drive with a carbon fiber drive shaft going to the rear so that it can distribute all 16 pound-feet of torque through a carbon fiber shaft at some pathetic 4,000 RPM or something.
Yeah, I did 16 right.
So apparently I was being generous there. I'll have to try harder. That is very cool. i3SO, just you wait. I'm storing that one. 3 Range Rovers. You're a
What
fucking
flavors?
glutton. P38. Okay. So L3322.
P38,
right. So
a
all of them.
405 and 322. No, not the classic.
Not the classic. Not the really bad one.
Is really bad. Yeah.
P38
is really bad.
In terms of reliability, is worse than the original.
Well, how much of it is original?
I've replaced probably every single part of my car minus the gearbox.
So
He's replaced every part in the car except for the gearbox, internals. Pistons
are original. So which hold on, which
the
engine
brake
is that one?
caliper pistons.
It's the 4.6 gas. Okay. Right,
Is that
so
in the
Rover.
UK or the US?
So how many miles are on that
Vogue
one?
SE.
199,000 miles.
But none of it
Jinx.
has 199,000 miles.
But the interesting
except for
thing is, my Rover, which has a 3.5 liter V8, which I stuffed into the back of a pickup truck, so it's not here, is a same basic engine, stressed far less because it was only 3.5 liters versus your 4.6, and the 4.6 is the ones that kaboom. At 60,000 miles was worn completely the fuck out. So you were ready for your second rebuild, is what I'm telling you. It had 6 replacement engines before you bought it. How many miles have you put on it? 15,000? Yeah, it's due for an engine build. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. Oh my God, there's more. That's okay. So all of those were in the UK. Okay.
And then I have Z4M Roadster.
Z4M Roadster. Okay.
not Zed. Oh,
Thank you for pronouncing
he's
it correctly.
regionalized.
Shit. 94 XJ.
Jeep.
And a 2023 Bronco. Okay, no notes on the XJ. No notes on the Bronco. What engine in the Bronco? 4-cylinder? It's a 4-cylinder, okay. Yeah, it's a 2.3.
What was the first car in the US? It was a Z4.
Z4. Which generation Z4? First. E85, okay. Yep. Okay.
There was only one generation of Z4M Roadster, right?
Z4M, yes. Yeah, could be an S-Drive 30i or some 35i or some other shit, which is the second generation.
Blarg.
Which was really pretty.
End of
Full
list.
stop. Okay, so let's circle back to that fucking i3. Why? So I'm really sorry, but what the fuck were you thinking? Are you thinking? You love it. Okay. He says it's incredible. I think this is incredible that you think it's incredible. Tell me why.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
All right, so. It's the first electric car I ever drove. Okay, there it is. It's the first electric car.
First electric car he's ever driven.
And it's rear-wheel drive and like that feeling of electric acceleration.
Okay. So he just said it's rear drive, and the feeling of electric acceleration is the reason you bought it.
Well, then I just I liked a lot of other stuff about it as well. So.
I need to leave. So I just finished recording a Revelations episode on BMW i. So sell your car now because you're about to lose $1 whole in resale value, because this was actually really difficult to pull off. I thought the story of BMW i was really interesting, and I wanted to tell it, and so I got an i3 and an i8. But how do I be nice about this? I didn't want to borrow an i3 from someone because I was going to shit so badly on it that we rented one from a rental car place and parked it in the studio. That was such a great idea. That car, the concept of a city vehicle that was electric, and was an amazing idea. The execution of it did not live up to what I thought BMW should make as a city car, right? And so we just did, at the end of every Revelations episode, I do a back road drive. It's basically a hill climb. And I had, this is now more revealing than I planned, I had a mail truck that I did an episode on, and an i3 and an i8. And I chose, for my own personal safety and the safety of my director, who has young children and who I want to remember him one day when they get older, I chose not to drive the i3 on the back road, but instead to drive the fucking 4 billion mile mail truck shitbox on the back road. And I don't regret that decision.
What makes it say that?
So part of the problem for me is that the first i3 I ever drove was a prototype. In Germany, I think it was in Germany, but it was BMW prototype, and they had not yet fully dialed in stability control, and they had not added roll mitigation to it. Every one of us who drove the cars through a cone course got them on 2 wheels. They were just absolutely terrifying, scared the shit out of all of us, and we all got out of these cars shaking, like, this is not good. And of course, the Germans come over and they're like, well, we have work to do with the stability control. Like, we're like, you have work to do with the fucking suspension. Like, no car should be throwing itself on 2 wheels like this. And then so I was like, this is great. I'll ask for the pictures. And so they gave me a thumb drive of all the pictures of this car in the corners. And the pictures, there was not a single picture with where the car had not all 4 wheels on the ground, one where it had only 3 on the ground. And I'm like, was it my imagination? Like, this car really genuinely terrified me. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? And I went into the EXIF information, the meta information on the file, and realized they cut out all of the images where the cars were on 2 and 3 wheels, and then renumbered them and handed over. And they're like, here you go. So the production cars have very, very intrusive stability control for that reason. And once, when they first made it to the US, I found one, a friend of mine worked at a BMW dealership and knew a way to turn it off, where they could turn it off. And I almost rolled it in a parking lot. I mean, it was just one quick turn and the thing went right up. And I'm like, okay, never again, never driving one of these cars again. So unfortunately for me, that colored my impression, because I know what happens when the computers aren't saving you from those massive grip of those big 155 tires. But I'm scared of it because I'm scarred, but also the front and rear suspensions don't work together, and the car has this weird yawing and pitching, and you're sitting so high above the wheels and the wheel center line. That's just, I can't get comfortable in them. I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared of them. No, they're fine in crashes. They do fine in. Yeah.
The inevitable crash.
Stability. Let me, in fairness for a second, say, do the same thing in a G-Wagon. Like I did once. I chased a Viper. I'm so stupid. So we did a comparison test of, it was at Motor Trend. We did a Viper ACR versus, I remember it was Corvette. I don't remember, and a GT3 RS that got totaled by one of the other staffers before we even picked up a camera. And so we wound up using a G63 AMG, or 5, might have been a G65, 63 AMG as our support vehicle. And I watched my co-host and one of the other guys just bomb down the road in this Viper and whatever. And I'm like, I will keep up with you. And I did. I never got them out of sight. And I got to the bottom of the hill and the brakes were literally on fire, and it was the most fun that I had. But it was one continual roll mitigation intervention from the computer. And so there are cars that will roll, and a G-Wagon is one of them that immediately will roll over if you do stupid shit like that, when you have a lot of grip and a lot of power. And so I shouldn't be that unfair on the i3. But I think, so when I did the video of it, I was just a little bit more focused on what the goals were of the car, and then what compromises BMW had built into the car to that failed to achieve those goals. So, for example, the doors it's got clamshell doors for ease of access to the back seat, which is a great idea. The problem is, if you're in the back, your window doesn't open and you can't get out unless the person in front of you gets out. So if the person in the driver's seat dies, which happens all the time, like when they're driving i3s, so careful. You just can't get out of the car. And I just thought, all right, that's just a strange compromise that I don't love when I'm in the back of it. And then if you have to open both doors when you're parallel parked, or not, and you're parked in a stall next to someone else, you're trapped in between the doors and you can't get out. And I thought, okay, well, hold on. If you're designing the megacity vehicle of the future that does everything better than everything else, why would you build in that particular compromise? So I'm pretty hard on it. So like I said, you're going to lose $1 in resale value of it. But what you did say that makes a lot of sense is electric. And so I think a lot of the reasons why people love their i3s, and there are a lot of people who do, is because it's electric. Electric cars are, and we've said this on the podcast, and we've gotten so much hate over it, they're just a better transportation solution. And once you get used to that instant, effortless acceleration, and the ability, and they're quick, that i3 is really quick, the ability to just pew, cut everyone off in traffic right before you roll over is like the most amazing thing in the world. So that was harsher than it should be. I'm sorry. Sell it.
You want to talk about any of the other cars?
Well, I have no notes on the XJ. No notes on...
a lot of Range Rovers.
A lot of Range Rovers.
Are there any of them in warranty? You must be made of money.
He was.
He was.
He was.
Now he's made of Range Rover parts.
Now he's driving a fucking i3 because he can't... Kidding.
Right.
No, the other cars are all kind of cool, especially for the UK. I mean, you know, 700 days of rain a year, you need a backup Range Rover to your Range Rover.
They get moist.
They're
you can hear the
like
sound
Alka-Seltzer.
of rust is like the sound of Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah. Great.
Lovely.
But how do you fault a Range Rover? I mean, hello, Mr. How many of you owned?
Range Rovers?
Mm-hmm.
Well, just one.
Did you grow up in one?
I did.
Did you grow up
I didn't own it.
Okay, but did you break down
I
continually?
do remember spending Christmas Day in a tow truck.
Really?
Yes.
That's cool.
When the Range Rover
And you wouldn't
Classic.
have that story if it wasn't for your Range
true.
Rover. What broke?
It decided it wasn't going to charge anymore. So
Certainly going to charge your mom's credit card.
that's true. I think it was the alternator or something that had failed. But anyway, yeah, Christmas Day. It was a 4-hour drive back on a tow truck on Christmas
no.
Day.
And was that the last time you ever saw that car?
No, we had it for another at least 15 years.
Oh my God. Your mom is far cooler than anyone could conceive. Okay. You may have to call the other people out because they're decidedly behind me and I'm like, neck
All
is
right,
gonna break.
we'll do this systematically, please.
E2 Westfalia, Volkswagen.
Oh,
82.
no Wasserboxer. 82 Volkswagen Westfalia. Well, at least you don't have the Wasserboxer problem. Westfalia Vanagon. And let's see, that's before they were synchro. So it's rear-wheel drive. And Westfalia, okay, so it's
It's a 911.
no, it's
It's a 911 for
It's-
hoarders.
it's got a
912.
tent on it. It's
911 for homeless
it's
hoarders.
like homeless car, I guess.
You, sir, are unhoused.
A friend of
right
mine
now.
just bought a Synchro Wasserboxer with a Subaru 2.5 liter swap, and the 2.5 liter is like absolutely gutless in my mom's Forester, and it is such a fire-breathing big block in a Vanagon.
But comparatively, compared,
compared
to
to the original Vanagon solution.
How many horsepower does your car have?
60 horsepower. So he's not homeless. He's not homeless because it can't move, so he has a home.
You have to downshift into second? I thought you were going to say downshift into first. 35 on the highway and a hill. Well, but with the vast amount of crash safety and crash protection in that car, you don't
Your own
wanna be
ankle
going-
bones?
Yeah, exactly. You
It's your
don't
own
want to be
ankle
going
bones.
faster than 35 miles an hour on the highway. Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, VW alumni unite. I sympathize with your plight.
It is a design icon. I learned this from my friend who bought his Vanagon that he paid. You know, the Synchros are worth a huge amount of money, and the Westies. And so if you have a Westie Synchro, it's like a pile of money as tall as a 911 to buy one, which is asinine to me because it's an absolute shit heap. But it's so like charming and unique, and it's people like box. Anything shaped like a box is automatically worth more money, whether that's a Mercedes G or I don't know, anything that's...
Scion XB?
Thank you for that. Okay.
Worth more than
It's worth more than a loaf of bread.
Worth more than a Scion XA, which was mechanically similar, but
Not shaped like a box. I don't know anything about Scion values.
Me neither. I'm just guessing. But I
Or
would
Toyota 4Runner. That's another case where you put a shit heap shaped like a box and then it becomes worth more money. I'm sorry. Okay. Right. And you?
A bit between cars right now.
He's between cars. That's your friend who's between jobs right now. Okay,
Yeah.
he's also homeless. All right.
I did drive a BMW M5.
In an M550i. Which, okay.
Is that an E60 or an FG?
A G30. Derek doesn't know what that is because it's after he'd already died of old age.
Yeah.
I haven't spent all that much time in those cars. Fast.
I'm pretty sure I would recognize one if it bit me in the face, but that's about all I know about
But
those
it
cars.
won't bite you in the face because it's before the grill.
They didn't do that to the Fiverr, did they?
No, not yet. Just you wait and see. The previous 550i was one of the worst resolved suspensions I've ever driven, but that car, the G series wasn't. They didn't fuck it up that bad. Okay, so what are you getting to replace it? First of all, hold on, wait. Why did you get rid of it?
I didn't get rid of it.
Oh, it offed itself.
It caught on fire.
That's an impressive achievement for a
For
modern,
a modern car. Yeah, that's really cool. What burned? Do you know?
The transmission wiring harness.
Transmission wiring harness immolated the car.
Okay, so we had a discussion before the cameras were on.
We
about
don't have to roast the car. It roasted itself.
Yeah. But we did have a discussion about how you should never buy an automatic ever for any reason. Like it should just not even be a remote consideration. And that, I will say, most manual transmissions do not
You think
have wiring harness.
reverse light wiring harness could set a car on fire?
Are you fucking working for the prosecution or the defense over here?
Staying.
Staying on the brake line from the car. There was work done in the particular area of the fire 2 days prior by an unnamed entity.
So an unnamed entity had
Was it
just
you?
done work.
An unnamed entity worked
Just
on the
done
car
work.
2 days before.
Okay.
Okay.
So somebody fucked his shit up and it caught on fire. And
How much did you pay him to do that?
0 warranty. But a total loss.
Wow. Okay. Well, at least you didn't get hurt. I mean, this happened on a bridge.
The Bay Bridge.
Ooh, you don't want to have a car fire on a bridge. There's nowhere to go. I mean, that's pretty bad. Well, at least you didn't get hurt.
Was it the east or west span? The span with the shoulder or the span without the shoulder? Oh,
No
that's
shoulder.
Festive
Yeah.
in all the wrong ways.
This is why you don't drive modern cars. They
Yeah.
just light themselves on fire on bridges with no shoulders.
Unlike old cars with carburetors and
Never happens. They don't make it to the bridge. They break down
Yes.
long before you put yourself. You can't get in harm's way. All right. So what are you replacing it with?
Looking at E92s.
E92, M3. 92, 90, or 93 or 90?
92 is a value, but if there's an element also.
So there's about to be, well, so the reason he's looking for 92 because of value, but he would do some other ones. My personal preference is the sedans
Me
because
too.
I think they're prettier. There's one that's about to come up on Haggerty Marketplace that I definitely didn't.
which of us is a used car salesman here?
One of us is an employee of a company called Haggerty, and they will probably appreciate me mentioning this. So shut the fuck up. And
Please tell us about all of the horrible things that you did to this car.
I didn't do anything horrible to it, but we did track the shit out of it, and they are really genuinely spectacular. So there's an episode coming up where it's a new show called Retrospective, which is retro and perspective together. And we thought let's
It's also
revisit.
a word by itself.
I'm going to unplug my mic and say some things. The idea was we want to go back and look at classic comparison tests and see did the magazines get it right back in the day. And E90 just absolutely decimated everything that it was put up against. 2008 was the one and only year that you could get you had a choice of 3 German compact sports sedans with V8s in them. So you had the C63 AMG, the Audi RS4, and the M3. And so we got all 3 cars together and exercised them properly to do 2 videos on these 2 cars to just really see how time has fared on all 3 of those cars now with modern perspective. And then I also wanted to answer the question, is this still the sports sedan benchmark, or has the world moved on? And so we have a benchmark modern car up against it. And all I will say is, I can tell you the outcome of that. That car, there's a place in the world for that car for sure. And so you should buy the one on Haggerty Marketplace. Okay. Just not the one that I did. I'm kidding. The car, it was bulletproof. It was totally fine. Hell of a car. No, they are not in general bulletproof, but this one already had its rod bearings done. So they probably had 35 other things done. Yeah. The Audi broke a lot. As no one will be surprised to hear. The Mercedes was completely bulletproof, as Derek will tell you, was always the case.
As long as you insert money on a regular basis.
Exactly. But yeah, very cool car. Approved. Major upgrade over that 550.
Yes.
We will help you get your E90 by making fun of your.
It's one of my favorite M3s. That and the E36.
It's one
I
of my
know it's an
favorite
M5. Yes,
Yeah, I know.
It's too big.
It's just too big to be an M3, and it's too V80.
Well,
and
whatever it has badge on it, I think it's a very cool car.
Put it on a racetrack, and it's 100% an M3. So it is the M5 that the E39 should have been. No offense to the E39 M5.
I 100% agree with that. No surprise, as I will take every possible opportunity to shit on an E39 M5. Do you have an E39 M5?
Does anyone here have an E39 M5? That was his other option, but they're still cool, but they're not as good as the E90.
It's not athletic. That's my primary complaint. Okay, good. So I haven't just put my foot in my mouth by choosing someone next who has an E39 M5.
No, he's got 3 i3s.
A Focus RS.
Focus RS.
I mean, it's turbocharged and 4-wheel drive,
But manual.
but manual.
He doesn't.
It's the spirit of a rally car in some sense, and rally cars are intrinsically cool.
But you don't have 2 black eyes, which tells me you don't have enormous breasts. The thing is, that car rode so hard that I knocked myself unconscious with my tits continually on back roads. That's not actually the case, but does the ride not get you? Replace the suspension. Okay. So he fixed what is really the only problem with that car.
That is a major shortcoming for a car like that, because I imagine the ideal use case for a car like that is a bumpy back road that's very tight, and if the car has too firm suspension to be ever in contact with the ground on a road like that, then it's probably pretty terrifying.
Was that your impression of it? Was that it was too hard to begin with?
To be honest, I drive like a grandma, so
He drives like a grandma, but he has a Focus RS. Okay. It does ride better, yeah. So we did, when that car came out, I did...
Wait till he finds out about an S-Class.
What, about how they ride?
About how they ride and how they work for grandmas.
9 out of 10
He said he drives like a grandma.
prefer S-Classes to Focus RSs. When that car first came out, I was at Motor Trend, and we did a head-to-head episode, and my co-host Johnny never wanted to do any of the stupid challenges that I would cook up with Anthony, our director. And on that one, we tricked him into this backroads challenge, and it wound up being one of the funniest scenes ever. So we were up on Stewart's Point Skaggs Springs Road,
Yes.
which is a bumpy road with like a bunch of different stages to it, basically. And
One end of it is very bumpy.
yeah. And so we were at the bumpy end, at the hill climb, sort of with the big jump.
Were you heading towards the coast or
Well,
away from the coast?
The jump is right before you get to the coast, and
Yes.
I told Johnny to do like 50, and he blew through there at like 70, and so that car was. I think that made the episode. I think the car was about 3.5 feet off the ground. But thanks to the very, very stiff dampers, the landing was actually okay because it did control the landing. The thing when I tricked him was, though, I said, like, we need to figure out this or Golf R, which one is faster on a back road, so we could just race up it. Close, professional driver, close course, or I can do a stupid challenge. And the stupid challenge was that there was a heart, like a human heart, in ice in the back of the car. And he remembers this, right? And so there was a girl who was on a deathbed. Actually, it was a hooker. It was a dead sex blow-up doll that God, it's all coming back to me that I came up with. And so she needed the heart. And so you had to run up to the top of the hill, get the heart, put it in the trunk, and then come back down the hill as fast as you possibly could in this car. And Johnny was fucking apoplectic. I am not doing this. This is so fucking stupid. And it was genuinely stupid. Like, we made hearts out of Jell-O and put them in ice in the coolers that we put in the back. And then put a camera in there. So that was the cardio cam, I think we called it. So you can watch the heart get blown apart. And my theory was that the Focus rode so incredibly stiff that the heart would be obliterated in there. And I think I drove the Focus, got down to the bottom of the hill, and while I was up running, they were videoing him just going off on this, like, I have a degree, what am I doing here? And he just hammed it up for the camera, and it was genuinely hilarious, but he was really pissed off at this stupid challenge. Focus came to the bottom of the hill, the brakes were actually on major fire. I don't mean like little flames, I mean like hitting the fenders. I didn't know from the passenger seat, they still fucking worked. I mean, I ABS to a stop right in front of the camera, and then you hear everyone, fire, 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 and I had to take off to cool them down. Car was magic. It was so fast, but it did I mean, by the time I got to the bottom, I couldn't see straight anymore. It was like fucking, oh my God. And the Golf was like, bumps? There are no bumps here. This is not a problem. But it was also boring by comparison. So the Focus RS, if you know that very HR friendly game, bang, marry, kill, the Focus was the one you definitely bang, and then you marry a Golf if you're an old lady, unless you're you. And you kill the i3, obviously.
That's always the answer.
Always kill the i3. Cool.
I have a 24 Mazda 3 hatchback car.
24 Mazda 3 hatchback stick? All-wheel drive? No. So front-wheel drive. Super base, no turbo. So no turbo, no stick, no all-wheel drive. Okay.
It was a replacement for a W210 E55.
Replacement for a W210 E55.
Okay, so your partner was driving the 210 and she was up to here, what, with how amazing it was? I'm kidding.
The 349 horsepower were really not enough for her, so you got her the Mazda instead.
It's still cruising. It's almost at 200K.
Uh-huh. Which part of it was she up to here with?
Probably all the braking electronics, the seat that wouldn't move.
Oh, yeah. So it had a seat that wouldn't move and lots of braking.
Electronics. Oh, window regulators.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
You need every fuel tank. You need to replace the window regulators also in those cars. That's true.
Okay. That Mazda is a great car.
So we got a normal car.
Okay.
And we have a 95 and Panda.
95 NA Miata. So I'm detecting a Mazda theme.
I've had 4 Mazdas.
Had 4 of them. All right. So you upgraded from an NB to an NA. That's awesome. And is it
Over your run, I have a 98 Nissan Stagea.
a 98 Nissan
Stagea, which is not used for drive-throughs.
And are they all automatics?
This is heavily modified actually by a YouTuber.
Don't trust those people. Heavily modified by a YouTuber. Okay. Whistling diesel by any chance? Oh, it's a manual swap. Rear-wheel drive conversion. And an RB25
25
Jesus
GET.
Christ. GT.
Single T or two Ts?
Single T, the Neo, which is like
Okay.
Okay, you win.
That's quite
for the
clever.
record.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
That kind of is the coolest car here. So now we're going to have to shit on you as a person to make up.
I mean,
Wow.
he has an automatic car. Can't you do something with that? It's not really for him.
For your partner, yes. The automatic car is for the partner. That doesn't count.
Okay.
You may have driven it here.
He
All
could
right.
improve his choice in partners, but that's making fun of him as a person.
Yeah, there you go.
He's
Perfect.
chosen to consort with somebody who would have an automatic. I don't know.
Consort? Is that a word that we use? Is it me or is it
Probably a model of car in some market also.
Mitsubishi Consort?
I thought it was like for Mike enjoyed that.
I just heard a squeak come from behind the Rolls Royce. A mouse found that funny.
I think it's Ford of Europe.
Ford Consort?
Yeah. Anyway.
That's yes, Condor-esque. Okay. Very cool. Winner. You guys might as well go home. Kidding. We're roasting you next.
Okay. And
Daily is a Model 3 waiting for place for the Rivian R2 once that's available.
So Daily is a Model 3. Which Model 3?
A dual motor.
A dual motor first gen? First gen. Okay. And you're replacing you're replacing it with a Rivian R2?
Once it exists.
Okay.
And then weekend is a 997 GTS.
9972 GTS. Okay. How many wheels are driven?
2.
And does it have a roof? And how many pedals does it have?
PDK.
Oh no.
It's a PDK.
You've done it wrong.
So close. So close.
It has a roof. It is rear-wheel drive, but it doesn't have 3 pedals.
Burn it. I'm sorry. You have the
Are you a
Tesla
paraplegic?
Yes, he's missing a left leg.
Okay. We're trying to help.
Yeah, we're trying to make it better. That GTS was basically perfect in terms of what a 911 should be.
It's very, very civil. This is an interesting experiment. The 997 versus the 991. The 991, the GT3 was so civilized that I don't detect as big of a difference between the GTS and the GT3. But the 997 GT3 is so like aggressive and race car-y that if you want to use the car regularly, then it kind of doesn't make sense unless you're grandma with the Ford Focus RS, who's looking for black eyes. Self-inflicted, to be
So
clear.
large-breasted grandma.
Large-breasted grandmas.
Corpulent grandma with a...
Right. So the GTS is a very pleasant car, especially compared to the GT3, which is really race car-y feeling. That was one of my impressions.
Yeah.
It's a very well-rounded, usable car.
But still with some personality that was, that was kind of lost with, I'm sorry, on 991. I'm not going to look at anyone. But yeah, it was a big difference between 997 and 991 in terms of experience.
I agree.
991 was better looking, I will say that. But
Really?
too big for you, apparently. So you bought one.
I wanted to do European delivery.
Could you have picked something else? That wasn't.
No.
It was a GT3. It was a GT3 touring. I can't fault that. Okay.
Okay.
I have a 2018 Toyota Tacoma TRD 4x4 with a 6-speed.
A manual Toyota Tacoma TRD 2018, 4 doors. Did that take you like 600 years to find? That sounds like a pretty unusual spec.
I'll tell the story later, but it was, I got the approval from my wife to buy it, and I found it the next day.
Wow. Found it the next day after getting approval from wife to buy. You should buy a lottery ticket.
You should take his wife. I mean, come on.
And then I also have a 1969 BMW 2002.
And a 69
Roundy.
2002. All right, so we have a
69
roundy
2002.
and a rusty because yours is in the UK, right? Yeah. all right, okay.
Yeah, and with square taillights.
Well, they
They
rusted.
were-
Yeah. Now
once-
they're just
when it had
well
them.
rounded edges from all the rust around the taillights. Very cool. I don't have anything to say about the Taco. It's kind of
Yeah, if you
a
need
Toyota truck
something
is a
like
Toyota
that,
truck.
yeah, it will never depreciate, and it's kind of the most interesting way you could do that.
It's also never going to break. So where's the fun in that? Oh, you have a 2002. So
Does that break?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Mechanically, and so far nothing is broken.
it's been fully rebuilt mechanically and nothing is broken. Can I borrow the keys?
Jason will
I'm
fix
kidding.
that.
I don't want to break your Euro 2. They're cool cars. Have you ever driven an E30? You have. And so why a 2002? I'm going to ask you both this question.
Taillights.
So long. Okay.
Sentimental. Okay, impossible to be rational, therefore.
Yeah. So I find
Or an Alpha GTV. Or a Datsun 2000 Roadster.
he likes Toyotas. Clearly, he doesn't want cars that don't break, or that break. Excuse me. So the Datsun, you could pull off, but they're reliable. But
I don't have a ton of 2002 experience, but the impression that sits with me is, why is this not an Alfa Romeo? I think that's probably the roastiest thing I could probably offer you.
why year 2002? He was obsessed with him since he was a kid in 1940.
When he
something.
was
You don't
dropped?
That old look when you on his head. I love it. I ask that only because if I'm trying to roast it, the biggest criticism that I can levy against the
M10.
2002 is that it's not an E30. And so I just feel like if you start to look underneath the cars, you see they are so similar, right? So 2002 to E21 to E30 was a very clear, simple, just
I would hypothesize Sorry, please finish your thought before I
and it
insert mine.
peaked at E30, and so I find that a lot of people with O2s just haven't had much E30 experience. Have you? He's never been in one. Yeah, and so it's typically about the way it looks and some sort of memory structure, which, as Derek says, is not a rational thing. Is not something that even I would criticize. Right? We all have the things that we love, and I love the way they look, and I think they're cool. But I have an E30 because I want a 6-cylinder. But you were saying?
I think old car enthusiasm generally is driven by this sort of aesthetic and the vibe. And if you want the vibe, especially of a roundy with chrome bumpers and, as far as I can tell, no windshield pillars at all, then you need an old car. And it's like I used to have a 68 912 and it was a shit heap of a car, but the way that people reacted was so different from how people react to like an 80s impact bumper car, because it has chrome and 4.5 inch chrome bumpers and 4.5 inch wide wheels. It just looks like an old car, and that does affect people differently.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Cool. One victim left. The car he's in the most
Frequent Waymo user.
So that we is an Audi TT. Did you not oversteer? So you have the spoiler on the back because you didn't oversteer into a wall.
Is it first gen? Which generation is it? The third. Is that the final?
Okay. So we did
because you couldn't afford a Veyron, but you wanted something that looked the same.
Maybe he could afford it. Maybe he could afford a Veyron. How do you know that?
Well, maybe the tire bill.
The tire bill. You know that we did an episode in a Waymo, which was really fun to torture him because I had said something nice about a Waymo, and he was like, the things you said. Derek off camera is very much uses words that I use on camera. That fucking thing, those fucking electric cars, that fucking self-drive, he was berserk, and I'm like, oh really? We're gonna go do a podcast in one. They are kind of the best. That is the megacity transportation vehicle of the future, is anything that's driving itself, where you can get these, not for us, right? And we, all of us want to drive our old chip boxes, but for the regular person in a Subaru, thank God no Subarus in this room, get them the fuck off the road and out of our way, and have a computer drive so they're not lane changing into your classic old car. So congratulations on being a member of the future. And then why did you buy a TT? Partner liked it. Another one shifting the blame. So they're great. I mean, it's a Golf. It's fun, he says. Which engine do you have? The 2-liter. They are fun. They're a Golf, right? I mean, so I'd be a complete hypocrite
Golfs.
if I said anything bad about the Golf.
Yeah, but it doesn't have back doors or hatchback, and so it's less useful than the Golf.
He has fit 4 people.
Were they alive and membered, and as opposed to dismembered? You had to cut them into small pieces to fit them in.
Back. No, it's a Golf, and half of it's aluminum, which is pretty cool. They made the front half of that car out of aluminum to help the weight distribution, which
Lord
was a great
knows
idea.
they need it.
Didn't help the handling, but it.
I would like one with a 5-cylinder.
Yeah, that'd be very cool. Look, TTs are like, if you they're hard to criticize in one sense, which is that you want the practicality and build quality of a VW product. But you're willing to sacrifice some of that usability. Practicality, I mean, in sort of engineering terms. You're willing to sacrifice real world practicality for looks, and it's like somebody showing up in shoes that are nice as opposed to sneakers that you can run or boots that you can.
My
go to
thought on
construction
that
site.
is, you could also buy a Porsche.
Yeah, but then you're a Porsche dick. Sorry for those people in the review, especially with the turbo. I mean, no, I think there's something. I think it's sad that the sporty coupe market is gone, actually. And I have a Scirocco parked outside, so obviously I should not have a problem with it, because a TT is effectively a spiritual grandchild of that car, right? It's a 2+2 sporty coupe based on a Golf. Sometimes it's cool to look different and not have a Porsche and not be about, handling.
or driving dynamics. Or
It's something
engine
Audi
sound.
has never done, but it's fine. No, it's got a sound actor. It does the it vibrates the dashboard.
Erg.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Anyone
it.
else? Any other victims wishing to participate?
Oh, yeah. We have 2 in the back hiding. You're not safe.
I have a small list of cars, none of which are in San Francisco. I recently moved, but I have an 84 W126.
84,
W126.
a 380 SE with a body kit, with an AMG body
Is
kit.
that a
on it.
U.S. market car?
Yeah, US market.
How does it feel having the thrill of 155 horsepower in an S-Class?
I drove it, actually, I bought it in Liverpool, Nova Scotia, and drove it to Montreal, where
He bought it in Canada, in Liverpool, Nova Scotia, and drove it back. Legend has it he's still driving because the thing is so slow.
Well, but hold on. We can't make fun of him for that being fast when he's got the slowest car on planet Earth.
Yes, that's true. They're having a slow off.
I
Okay.
have a 95 540 automatic BMW.
94,
Automatic
540.
E34 540. Yeah.
How's your Nicosil? That's what she said. Still surviving? Okay.
I have a 98 LX with the rear diff locker.
Wait, 98 LX?
Lexus
Lexus
LX470. That's the first year with the locker. Okay.
99 W140 S420 beige on beige.
A 140 S420 beige on beige, like tan on tan.
Smoke silver,
Smoke silver.
on parchment.
04 E500 4MATIC.
04 E500
E500
4MATIC. You're speaking Derek's language here. Okay.
04 325i slick top manual.
04 325i slick top manual. This is 46. Okay.
5 330 ZHP convertible.
Oh, a ZHP convertible? Is it an automatic?
Convertible.
It's automatic. Okay. Okay.
I have an 08 M5 V10.
Oh, 08 M5. Oh, you're
E60
you're-
M5.
Wow. 12 Cayenne Turbo.
He has
That is
12
a turbo
Cayenne
you're allowed to have.
turbos.
He has 12 of them, or
12.
one that is a 12. And a 22 Volvo S60.
Okay.
Which powertrain? T5. For his 81-year-old mother. That's okay. See, put her in that Focus RS, and I'm just saying, okay. That's a lot.
That's a lot
You have
of cars.
We say, ha ha ha, having too many
You went in
ourselves.
chronological order also.
Yeah, he did. That's how I have to do my cars. People are like, name your, you got to do it by model year because otherwise it's like, wait, hold on. I know there's 3 more that I forgot, which is.
And I have one rule in my collection that I always have to have at least one more BMW than Mercedes.
So he's got a rule in his collection.
One
that
more
he's-
BMW than Mercedes.
That's interesting. Why is that? Okay, so he's a BMW guy. So-
Sounds like you might be a BMW and Mercedes guy.
But if you have to choose one, he chose BMW.
Okay.
4 BMWs, 3 Mercedes, 2 French horns, and a partridge in a pear tree or something. You want to roast one of them?
I kind of did with the 380 SE
Oh,
already.
you did, yeah. I'll just roast the ZHP and say, please, for the love of God, manual swap that car. They're so good.
And put a roof on it.
Yeah. Actually, just burn it. We got a guy. He'll do some
can do
transmission
burning.
work on it.
Yeah.
Touch those 2 wires together, just barely get some nice sparking, and poof.
I hear he works on BMWs.
Yeah. And if you have it insured properly, you'll get the right one.
Yeah, then you can get the sedan manual that you deserve.
You know what's amazing to me is every time I drive a ZHP, even if I've driven automatic, I think the world peaked here. Like that he agrees, obviously, you BMW whore. But yeah, like the steering alone on that car, I will make it 15 feet and go, that's it, we're done. Like E90 was in some ways a better car than E46 was, but it was ugly. Sorry. And oh, he agrees. Okay, so the E90 shopper agrees that the E90 is ugly, but E46 was just such a magical experience. And ZHP, quicker steering, just all those little changes turned it into the perfect.
It is the
3
essence
Series.
of BMW-ness.
Yeah.
When BMW was.
Ultimate driving machine distilled, annoyingly. We'll never have nice things again. Which of course includes the i3. The 100,
Just couldn't
155.
leave that one.
I mean, you have 175s on the front of your car, right? So it's an S, yeah. So you got the big tires. So the factory, the original was 155 section fronts. You can absolutely just pick that tire up. Yeah, they are. Do you know that tire is an inch? I think it's a full inch, more than an inch narrower than the rear tires on BMW's motorcycles. Yeah. And you do have 4 of them, and the rears are big, and you have an S, so it does have the big tires. But now you have no range, so sorry about that. Yeah. Okay, there's one more gentleman hiding in the back. He's waving.
Let's see, every time I come in here, I'm reminded by that car of the 124 Fiat that I bought after 3 Mazda Miatas and the Mazda RX-8.
Ooh, you went backwards. He went backwards from 3 Miatas to an RX-8 to a Fiat 124. Oh, this must be the new Fiat 124. Okay.
Because you just confessed to me that you just.
I bought the old Fiat
He bought
124.
Let's do a crash test between them, or like a pull off or something. Come on,
Tractor pull.
tractor
Tug
pull.
of war, whatever
Okay.
they do with pickup trucks that are diesel.
So why a 124 and not the Miata?
Well, Miata did most of the work on them, and Fiat did the cosmetics.
Cosmetics by Fiat. We have to repeat what we were saying because we didn't mic you, but did you say you had 5 of them? Over time. He said 5 of them and nothing has ever broken, which is kind of surprising because the engine in that car, so Mazda, obviously it's a Mazda underneath, but the engine is a Fiat engine in that car. And what he loved about it is that at the dealership, everyone drove Mazdas. But you're driving a Fiat. Kidding. No, listen, Mazda is one of those brands that right now is killing it. Makes amazing products, and they're somehow not on anyone's radar. Every one of the cars they make, with the possible exception of the Miata, is beautiful, including the 3. And somehow they're not on anyone's shopping list. Like a CX-50 is stunning. Yeah, you're right.
Not a lot of prestige.
Except that you park a Mazda CX-50 or a 690 or any of these cars next to a BMW or a Mercedes, and they all hold their weight.
Let alone the Toyota or Honda that you would be cross-shopping it with.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why more people don't buy Mazdas instead of Hondas and Toyotas.
Right.
That baffles me.
I'm very torn on the Miata versus Fiat thing, and I was since they came out. I personally don't think the Miata's pretty, and I didn't love personally the way the Fiat looked. To me, it wasn't, you're not buying that car really for the looks anyway. The Fiat did so many things better than the Miata did. It rode better, and it steered better, and it handled better. But then I really liked the naturally aspirated motor in the Miata better. And then when I did this comparison test back when that car was new, we brought in an NC Miata. And then that did a couple things better. And I thought, Jesus Christ, if you could combine different aspects of every one of these cars, you would have the best sports car ever made. But each one of them are close. Now, Derek's going to roast you because I can't, because I've said nice things.
I don't know. I got nothing.
Damn it. All right, so we have another winner. We haven't said nothing to say. You drive a car that is not genuinely what it says it is on the box. There it is. You are a fraud. You should be embarrassed, and you should put a license plate on it that said, I've been had by a Mazda dealer. I'm kidding. Very cool. Right. I think this was fun. I hope you guys had fun. I enjoyed letting out the inner dialogue, and then trying to encourage Derek to be.
I'm usually pretty well behaved, but you bring out the worst in me.
Thank you. When the cameras are rolling, you're well behaved. So there's a very different Derek. When he's behind the wheel of a car and no one knows it's him, for example, there's a stream of consciousness narration going on about what's your favorite word? Shit stain is what you call people.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a really good one. Yeah.
Inbred is also useful.
I use inbred a lot. Yeah. Inbred shit stain. Combine them.
I like particularly the shit stain because you're not even rising to the level of being the actual shit. It's just the stain left behind. You're less than shit, Anyway, on that bombshell.
Yeah.
I think it's time for the news.
There's going to be, Mr. Clarkson, I think there's going to be a bomb going off when people hear this episode.
Right.
Okay. Well, thank you guys all for coming, and more importantly, thank you for inviting us to your club so we could shit all over it or leave shit stains on these chairs. And for everyone at home, join us next week if we're invited back to planet Earth.
To continue the Carmudgeon Show or not.
Yes.
Right.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, we're out. Oh my God! This is. Do you hear that?
No.
They're applauding for us.
Oh.
After we shit on their cars.
Maybe it's to drown out the sound of our talking.
That's true. Thank you guys.